Hello children, and welcome to Costa Rica and welcome to our garden. Today I'm going to look at some fruits and vegetables that grow in our garden. I've put some of them on a tray in front of us. I wonder if you can have a look and see if you can guess any of the fruits and vegetables that are in front of me. Have a look. Okay, let's have a look. So, can you guess what this is? It is an orange. And we do have an orange tree in our garden. Actually, this year it produced our first oranges and we got 2. We were very happy about that one, and I'll show you that when we go for a walk around our garden. I wonder if you guessed this one right. It is a banana. You're quite right. And also we have growing plantain, which is a family of the banana. We actually have different types of bananas that grow here, and this one is sweet, and this one we can cook like a vegetable, which is really lovely. We're also lucky to have mandarins growing, which you'll see hopefully in the tree behind me. Now, does anyone recognise this fruit? Yes, it's a pineapple. This one actually was from our garden this year, and I'm going to show you how that we reproduce them, because we can reproduce them from the top of the pineapple. So, from my pineapple, obviously the top part we don't eat. So I take the top part off and cut it, and then I take the rubbish part around the top and I peel back some of the leaves. And then for about 2 days, I leave it in the water until the roots start coming at the bottom, and then I can plant it. And then in about 2 years' time, I'll get a new pineapple growing again. And hopefully we might see one around the garden when we go for our walk. This one you might not have seen. Maybe some of you have tried it. It's called a papaya. And we're lucky that we have some papaya trees growing in our garden. I'm going to show you what it looks like inside by cutting it very carefully on my tray. Remember, if I'm using a sharp knife, you need an adult. And there inside you can see the fruit, and this is the fleshy part that we eat, which is nice. And inside, all these things are the seeds. And if you plant those, you never know, you might get a new plant. I'm sure some of you have seen these before. Do you recognise it? Yes, it's a coconut. Now, this coconut is a young coconut. So actually, it's full of water. And at the top of a coconut, there are always 3 dots. And one of the dots is always weaker at a point that you can push through a straw. And then you can drink the water inside. It's very tasty. This is something that you probably don't recognise. And this does grow on our property. This is called a corral. And what animal really likes to eat this are the macaws, which are the largest parrot species in the country. And they come down and they eat what's inside, which are the seeds. They're also used here for people who have anemia, which means they're low in iron. So it's used as a medicine here as well. We're lucky that we have that growing. I'm sure you'll all recognise this one. Yes, indeed, it is a tomato. And I've started growing tomato plants this year in the hope that I'll get lots of tomatoes. So we'll see those on our way round. And the last thing on my tray was a lemon. And lemons here come in all different shapes and sizes, which is very funny. But this indeed is called a sweet lemon, which is nice to make lemonade. Right, Bella, so you and I go off on a walk and let's go and see what we can find. Come on then. So this tall tree up here is called the corral tree, which is where our macaws, so those giant parrots that I was talking about, the largest species of parrot, like to come and feed. And then if we come down here, you can see one of our lemon trees, and inside you can see the lemons growing. And then if we come around, I'm going to show you our mandarin tree. Lots of the parakeets like to eat our sweet mandarins. Here you can see what's called a soursop or granavana. Actually on top is a sweet bee. Come and see if it's ripe, which isn't ready yet. This is really nice as a juice, and it's full of vitamin C. So here behind me are our banana plants. They're not actually a tree, they are a plant, and that's because their root system comes from underneath the ground as a stem. So all their stems, these are their stem, and it's all full of water. And it grows really tall, and then you'll get a flower that will produce the bananas. So these will take a few weeks still to become ripe enough to eat, and we'll be taking those down ready. So this is our orange tree, which we're very proud to have 2 oranges off this year. And I'm going to walk round and you'll see from behind me, you can hear a lovely bird. So this is our mango tree that is yet to produce yet. And here, children, are how pineapples are produced. And here you'll be able to see the flower, which is now being pollinated and is growing into a young pineapple. So when this starts to turn a green colour, it means that it's nearly ready. Here you can see growing is yucca. Yucca is a root vegetable that grows in the ground, and in about 6 months you dig it up, and it's very long and brown, and it tastes like a potato. Here you can see the blossom and also the young fruits of what's called a water apple tree. They will produce small fruits that taste like apples and are very juicy. So if you remember earlier I showed you a papaya fruit. Here is the papaya plant, and hopefully we'll have some papayas growing on there soon. So this is a young coconut tree, and it will grow about 30 metres tall if it's an adult tree, and hopefully we'll get some coconuts off it one day soon. If you remember earlier I showed you a tomato, and here are my lovely tomato plants. They haven't produced any tomatoes yet, but we're keeping our fingers crossed and hopefully they will. Maybe you'll remember planting tomatoes at school, or you might even try and plant tomatoes at home this year. Alright, I hope you enjoyed our lovely walk around our garden. I look forward to seeing you next time when we'll look for some animals and bugs and birds. Okay, until then, see you later.